Ta-da! I'm live, and I've just about finished eating. I got told off for eating on stream, so let me just finish slapping my lips. My God, I've been busy this morning. Treasure Pirates. Good to see you, Heather. It's weird when people change their name on YouTube. Because I expect to see Heather the Treasure Pirate, and I don't know. Loads of people change their names, don't they? I should change mine, obviously. Lemon the Mukbang. Love the Mukbang. Is that the T-shirt, Z? Good T-shirt, isn't it? I don't know. Is that a T-shirt? Another person who changed their name. I was getting name and life mixed up there. Ended up with knife. It's Indie Chick. Indie Life Escapes. Ah, dear. Been far too long, Z. Hi, Sam. Sam was first in. Sam, down in, well, he's near Brighton. I used to live in Brighton. Went to university down there. So I know Brighton well, Sam. But the only boot fair I ever went to was around the back of the station. But we are talking in about 1993. So probably all change. I've been, been really busy this morning. I've been vlogging. So totally ripping off Z. And I think Nick was trying to vlog every day. I thought I'd try and do some video of what I do in a day. So I've set it up and had a little nap. No, I didn't do that. So normally that involves cycling in the morning. And, Mukbang is eaten online. Sorry. It's a good, that'd make a good brand, wouldn't it? Mukbang. I like that. Thanks, Z. Starts off with a cycle in the morning through the park. I filmed some ducks for Peter Ray so he can get his duck fix. And then got in and actually filmed some work and kind of like, I'm a little bit worried I'm going to I'm hopefully going to condense it down to 10 or 15 minutes. But I'm thinking people are going to see the first sort of 2 minutes of me. Hi, everyone, I'm cycling through a park. And they're going to go, he's not telling us what to sell or buy or how to do it. See you later. But there is a bit. I've been frantically packing stuff this morning, watching a bit of Shell and getting stuff ready to list. So, hello, everyone. So I'll go through them. Sam, Nia, Heather, Z, Louise, Laura, Funky Funko. I don't actually know your name, Funky Funko. Hello, Ben. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Laura. I've said already. There's Funky Neil. B Max, Gimbal. Leanne, how you doing? I was thinking of filming the pond for the vlog, but I was just going to do this week, so maybe later in the week we'll have a bit of pond action. Night's Life. Again, I was just looking at your channel. I think your name's Mike, but I could have got that completely wrong. And I just love going in your channel to see Brian. Night's Life. Lovely chap. Subscribe to him. It's always good to see that. See Brian. Hello, Richard. Right, should we get on? Maggie on a mission. Right, what have I got? So I was listing yesterday. Oh, dearie me. I got given a load of free stuff by a very generous reseller I know. He gave me these. And they all worked. The plastic feet had turned to, well, like the consistency of chewing gum. So it all has to be cleaned up. But they've all been listed. Just console only, replacement console, $12.99. The worst blessed impression ever. Gordon's alive! Or, there we go. There's a couple of Brian Blessed impressions. So I've got all sorts of stuff. Another thing he gave me for free. A multi-directional wireless alarm system. I've got no idea about that. New inbox. He just, it's very generous. I did buy. I bought the Amiga off him, which needs a bit of TLC, but it's okay. But yeah, he just He's clearing his shed. What else did he give me? He gave me these. Nice pair of Shimano cycling shoes. Sort of thing I would have... Well, I started wearing these and then gave up on them because basically I fell off my bike a couple of times. As soon as you stop, like at traffic lights, if you haven't unclipped your feet, you tend to just go, ugh! So you have to sort of think in advance. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it, Z? What else have I got? What else did he give me? I have actually got some stuff that I've sourced. But he gave me this. Who remembers that on the telly? CITV. Anyone? So I did like it because I was kind of like I won't say I was hugely into D&D. I started being into sort of Dungeons and Dragons and then realised how dull it was. But I love those Warlock of the Firetalk Mountain books. So anything sort of like that. And this had it's the riddle wall or something. And if you got it wrong, it said falsehood, which I just always loved. Yeah, nightmare. Falsehood. So let's have a look at this. It's incomplete. And games when they're incomplete. What's the thing to do? Because they can slow you up, can't they? So normally with a rarish game, so I had this. I also had a Pac-Man. I will sell it like that, incomplete. If I get an incomplete Monopoly, there's no way you're going to sell an incomplete Monopoly. So I'll just pretty much chuck everything out and keep the gubbins, if you know what I mean. I was more like a BBC kid, but I would turn over for a special few things. And normally the time Jack and Ori was on, you'd just get me 4:15, you'd get me turning over. There was a boring sort of section. No splits on the box, which is nice. So let's have a look. Is it complete? Is it? Got no idea. I will do some listing. Oh, it looks very good. Contents. One game board, 56 cards. How many cards I got? Adventure game, yes. I was thinking about the adventure game the other day. And of course, you had Drogna. And all of this sort of various creatures. It was anagrams of dragon. So, I mentioned the adventure game with Leslie Judd. Leslie Judd was always on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 44, 5, 6, 7, 48, 49, 56. 56 cards. There we go. 4 coloured plastic bases. Well, I've got lots of these anyway. But yeah, they're all here. It's looking good. 1 card sheet. Okay, including 12 item tokens. Okay, so that's these. 1. It's like a potion. A piece of bread. 2. Mace. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on. 10, 11, 12. They're all there. This is where it's going to go wrong. 4 playing pieces. Okay, that's these. Yes, the thing with Nightmare, they had to put on a helmet so they couldn't see where they were going, and then it was all sort of early computer graphics were placed over it. Yeah, brilliant. So 4 of those. Hello, Rod. How you doing? Good to see you. Right. What else we got? 1 3-dimensional castle base. Oh yes. Oh, hang on. Is that the castle base? Or is this the 3-dimensional? This is the 3-dimensional castle base, I think. Or is it? Oh, no, it's this. This is the castle base. Okay. 1 castle wall, 1 dice, 1 book of riddles. I haven't got the book of riddles. Oh, man. No book of riddles. Oh, well, never mind. And 40 helmet tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's exciting, isn't it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some of these are going to be missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 missing. Oh no, 1 missing. Is it under there? No, 1 missing. Blooming typical. Okay, so book of riddles. Oh, that's a shame. But that's okay. What is a book of riddles? Oh! So we've got all the helmets. So it's just all the book of riddles. That just dropped out. Superb. Dave wants to see my Amiga. He's been on about it. About the last 20 billion chats I've been in. We could be talking about world peace and Dave just says Amiga. So there you go. What famous computer was on the Nightmare TV quiz show made? Was it made on the Amiga? Oh, wow. Book of riddles. So it's only the book of riddles that is missing. I'm not going to get the Amiga down because there's an Atari ST on top of it, and I'll probably crush. Yeah, I had an Amiga 500. I bought it from an Amiga computer show up in London somewhere because I got it for about £30 cheaper. I seem to remember it cost about £300, which I was like, I went up there and went, oof. So yeah. Hello, Tit for Tat. Oh, thanks for the great channel. Atari on top. I've never actually. Well, the Atari ST doesn't work. I just picked it up for 15 quid and turned it on. I've turned it on. It makes all sorts of horrible noises. But I've never been. The only time I've sat in front of an Atari ST that works was probably when I went to Alders when I was 10 or maybe older than that. Actually, probably about 14. And had a look at it. So I don't know anything about the ST. And Derek, you're sadly mistaken there. The ST was not a better computer. The Amiga kicks ass. Yeah, it was a good price, but it is a bit broken. Right. So, I mind just getting some stuff done. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, so yeah, I've had a very busy morning vlogging away. It's basically because I'm desperate to put some stuff on YouTube, but I've kind of like, as I'm not sourcing loads, you kind of think, what the hell will I upload that people will find remotely interesting? My views on life, who knows? Probably not. Right, let's have a look. New seal. Oh, there's a new sealed one. £75 buy it now. Nice. Right, let's have. So I'm looking at a current listing just to see if I can see this book of riddle. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the board. Oh, I better put that back, otherwise I'll. Look at that. It looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, so yeah, if anyone's got any ideas that ask a good question, JR. Yeah, sorry, Derek, I've offended Derek. Yeah, never talk religion, politics, or computers. They just will offend. So I have 600 over 620, I think, items on my store. It was 500 for a long, long time and seemed to be just hanging around there. And then I was on the listing challenge because one of my goals this year was to get to 1,000. But it's very easy to say that, and it's absolutely impossible to do it because when you list more, you sell more, which is a good thing, but it all takes time. So I've managed to just put in a concerted effort and get over 600, and then I think you can only take these I want to get to the next level. Take them in 100 or 50 batches. And what's the average sale price? I have no idea. Let's have a look. Well, how the hell could I find that out? Probably in my sales thing. Tum-tum. Let's click on that. Because I do have quite a range of, I can sell some like £200 plus items. And I can sell some £5 items. Where does it tell you average sale price? Or does it tell you on your app? If anyone can help me out here. So I can look at my last 31 days, can't I? So selling. So my 90-day total is about 8,500, which is okay. I mean, I was thinking about kind of like where I like to be in between, because I struggled for ages being, in between like 2 and 3, and I wanted to make that move to be in between 3 and 4 consistently, especially this time of year. But this year, this turnover I'm talking about, yeah, I know, Rod, I know. This year it's kind of has been consistently above 3k turnover. Of course, turnover's turnover, but for me, I have quite a good profit margin on all this sort of thing. So there, calculator. So 8.5 grand divided by 297, just under 300. It's about 30 quid, just under 30 quid. So that's about what I thought it was. So there we go. That's that one answered. But like I say, it's not everything in there's 30 quid. It's all sorts of, I sometimes have a bit of a run of large items being sold. About a week ago, I think I had about 5 days on the trot. I was over 200. I was like, Jesus, this is all right. But then I had some days where I was just bringing in 20 quid. So, and, those big days will drop off. But yeah. Could I review other people's shops? Yeah. Do I tell them I'm doing it, or do I just slate them? I'll go in and go, look at this rubbish. Yeah. I'm happy to do that if anybody wants me to look at their shop. Right, let's see if I can find this book of riddles. What does it look like? Oh, there it is. Merlin's Book of Riddles. Oh, it'd be so good if you can just get that on PDF, but I doubt it. I'm Googling Merlin's Book of Riddles. What are the odds? Hello, Ricky Lee. How you doing? Everyone's talking about Amigas and 1980s computers. That's all right, JR. No worries. I'm asserting my answer. Yeah. Okay, so it is missing. It's missing the Book of Riddles. I imagine that's quite an important book of the game, a part of the game, because it was an important part of the TV show. You got given these riddles. Let's have a look. Digital library, no. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find that, but I will still sell it as part part complete, I think. So it looks like that goes for around, well, someone's trying to sell it for 50. Download it and print it. Yeah, I'm trying to find it to download it, but I cannot find it. But I will look later rather than me just flailing around on the internet whilst people are getting bored. Someone sold one on bids for 24 quid. Let's have a look at highest price. 100% complete, 50 quid. 100% complete, 50 quid. Complete, 45. 40. Maybe 35-ish. I might go 40 actually. So as usual, I'm just going to draft these up. That's why you avoid board games and jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, jigsaw puzzles. I'm doing a jigsaw puzzle in a minute. And I tend to only do those sealed, although I have done used ones. But board games, I don't mind because, like I say, well, I picked that up for nothing, so I can't complain about that one. But I've been selling, here's a bolo, it's not really a bolo, but Frustration, vintage Frustration. Always see it at boot fairs. Pick it up, always 50p, or, well, I'd pay more, but it's always 50p. And it sells for £15. I mean, it's just so easy. And even if there's one missing bits, it's 50p, and I get home, I chuck away the game, and where are my bits and pieces? So this is the only thing. See? It's just knock the microphone over. So this is what I use these eBay boxes for. It's full of, Monopoly. That is the Monopoly box. It just takes up no room, And it's very rare that there are dice, and there we go. There's frustration pieces there. All sorts of different dice, Cluedo bits, cards, Scrabble tiles. So yeah, I mean, you buy a game for 50p, and you get home and you're gutted that you can't sell it for 15 quid. But it's only 50p. You rip out all the bits, and you can try and sell them individually. Some of those I will sell. You can just try and keep them, and next time you come along with Frustration or a Monopoly, you go, oh, I've got a load of parts for that. So building up a bank of, stuff is fine. Yeah, original Pac-Man. Yeah, I sold that. I bought it for 2 quid and sold it. It was incomplete, didn't have all the balls. And sold for, I don't know, 17 or something, 17.20. So it's weird that, obviously board games, if you've been doing reselling for like 4 or 5 years, you would have gone in and seen Nick Hills, and he was Mr. Board Game, and everybody went for board games. And then it was kind of like, okay, well, that was the first thing, that was the first thing I sold. Now I'm going to move in, onto something, better. And yeah, it's great I sell other stuff. I sell electronics. I sell clothes. I sell anything really. Gaming stuff, vintage stuff. I've sold furniture. I've sold loads of stuff, but I'll always get board games. So yeah. Always worth, because you can just pick it up so cheap. Okay, that's that one drafted. Let's do. This is a puzzle. Yeah, it is a bit swamped, but the prices are there. I mean, the demand's there, you know. So I know my stuff flies out. I mean, I've just packed up a border dash, 2 frustrations. I'm probably doing like a couple of games a day, and you know, if you're selling them for like 15 quid, it's 30 quid a day. So yeah. Hi William, how you doing? If they're not going to sell at Christmas, they're not going to sell any other time, are they? Or you know, Christmas is your time to sell it. Right, Titanic puzzle. So I imagine this will be about a tenner or something. Oh, brand new, 21 quid. That's all right. Mine's 500 piece. That's for 1,000 piece. So yeah, I mean, I'm going down the post office later, and that will clear me for about 3 days. So God knows what I'm going to do on the rest of the vlog for the week. This is why I've never done them, because I just kind of think filming me, having someone watch me, will be like incredibly boring. But there we go. Right, someone sold one on bids for 3 quid. That's not too good, is it? But there's a 1,000 piece one that is sold for £13.49. I'm going to put it up for £9.99 and £3.49 postage. That will do. Does it affect sales if you don't have a shop? That's a good question. I don't really know. I think having a shop gives you the thing about having a shop. I mean, I do it because they give you free amounts of listings. That's my main driver for having a shop. If they didn't do that, I wouldn't have a shop. Then I don't know whether things like promotions, you know, when you can promote your item, whether that's available if you don't have a shop. I've got no idea. I think it might not be available, but that's something I've done and then stopped doing. Of course, the main thing that will help your sales is if you list regularly or a lot. So that is, you know, if I was to rate everything, you know, what is the best thing to do? Number one will be list as often and as consistently and as regularly as you can. When you say free listings, don't you get? It's very difficult for me, William. It's difficult for me to talk about what you get without a shop because I've had a shop for 3 years, so I've got no idea how it works without a shop, and whether they're buy it now listings or auction listings. I don't know. I mean, my shop, I've got a mid-sized shop. It cost me 70 quid a month. I know there are always offers going out. But yeah, I don't. You know, my kind of £70 a month for my eBay shop is just. I suppose I'm used. I'm not going to start not having a shop and you know, fiddling about. So, at the time, I suppose at the time I chose to have a shop. I can't remember why I chose to have a shop, but there we go. Yeah, you might be right, William. You might be right. But I suppose I'm just sort of stuck in my ways of having a shop. Right, that's that one done. I've got another small game here. So that's new again, and that would have been picked up for like 50p. And I don't expect this to be worth a lot, probably under a tenner. Innuendo board game. Okay, no one's trying to sell it at the moment. Never a good sign. There's a different version that has sold. Different version sold for $14.99. BV Leisure. Yeah, I think I'm doing the vlog because I have been, to be honest, I've been a little bit lazy. Like I say, I had those really good sales days, and I always do this. It's going either end. If I do really well, it can make me to sort of take my foot off the gas a bit, or if I do really badly, it can be a real grind to do, to do any work. So it seems no matter what my sales are, I'm a little bit lazy. It could be that I'm a little bit lazy, but I try not to be by just sort of like keeping things consistent. So, right, here we go. What does Amazon say? It's not giving me anything. Right, Rod is asking a question. Do you think that you are best utilising your shop for 70 quid a month? That's a good question. So I think at the time I got my shop, you got like 500 free listings a month or something, and or there was I can't remember what the limit was, but it was limiting me at that time, and my feeling was, well, if I was limited to like 500, but I wanted to list 520, and that extra 20, a lot of people will talk about this in terms of the listing fee, but I thought that it's worth paying the 70 if the extra 20 I list will get me £70 profit. I'm being prevented from earning profit on 20 items, and if that's over 70 quid, it's worth doing. So yeah, it's well worth the fee, £70 a month. Yeah, I haven't really, to be honest, Rod, I haven't really looked into it, but I'm maybe I should, but yeah, I did it at the time, did it at the time, so I'm perfectly kind of happy. It's only £70 a month. Perhaps I should be more careful. Perhaps that's why I don't make a lot of money. Right, let's have a look at this on Amazon. And someone was asking if I got my Amazon sorted. Requires approval. Innuendo by Queen, audio CD, but they've got a picture of this. Isn't that wonderful? That's a little bit screwed up by Amazon. Yeah, my Amazon is okay. I have not gone big on Amazon this year, so just a couple of boxes went up. It's all been eBay. I'm gonna just put this on for $9.99. There is one for 14 that is sold for $14.99, but it's a different version. But I'll be happy with $9.99. That'll be fine. I want it to sell. So that's three things. Going all right, isn't it? Hello, Sue. God, there's all these questions about shops. You would need to sell a minimum of 16 items a day. Oh, yeah. Thanks, William. What's my best ever eBay snipe? Well, I don't do a lot of sniping on eBay, but I did buy it was a bike, a Californian bike. When I was first, in actual fact, I was still working, but I knew I was going to go into eBay reselling full time, and I think I bought it for about 80 and sold it for 350. But I don't snipe on eBay. I don't bother with it. So I'm mainly get loads of stuff, boot fairs and during the year, and then it all goes out over Christmas. And hopefully I've got enough of it to get me through to Easter. Right, let's have a look at these Shimano shoes. Nice shoes. Not quite sure how I'm going to look at if there's a model on them. There's a load of gated stuff, yeah. I was going to do a video on online arbitrage and how difficult it is. I mean, if your whole business was online arbitrage, I don't know how you would ever make enough money. If you, and I may be looking at a wrong. When I had I forget what the software was called, but it was a piece of software that scanned all the shops, and I tried it for 3 months. I think I paid like 50 or 60 quid a month to trial it for 3 months, and looking at or getting a kind of feel for the kind of return on investments that people were plugging in, it was like 30-40% return on investment. And when you work that through, now I know that if you do online arbitrage, that you're going to have a selection, and like you may find something that is like 400% ROI or whatever, sell it for 4 times. Yeah, there are cleats, but they're a bit worn, so I'm just going to sell it all together. But a lot of people saying when you put in your search for searching all these shops and leave it running overnight, 40% or 30%. And if you actually work that through, say you're a one-man band. I was going to do a separate video on this, but I'll talk about it a bit now. If you don't want to go over VAT, you might keep your turnover to 60 grand. And even that would be hard work. I mean, I don't do 60 grand. I don't think I'll do, well, probably maybe half that, or maybe a bit more than that. But let's take it at 60 grand, and you split that the number of items that would be, and let's say you're sending up, maybe you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, so let's say it's like 6 of each different item. So you've got firstly, let's say you've got 1,000. I need to work this out. I need to do a video on it. But like, say you had 60 grand, and like each item was like 25 quid sale price. So that's like however many items and however many different items that would be. And the amount of time it would take to find these items would be huge, because if you're just using software, everybody else is going to be on these items anyway. And, work out a 40% ROI on 60 grand. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. But there you go. People do it. So, yeah. Oh, well, Williams, here we go. I probably am showing my ignorance a bit, but Williams saying it's a different game. It's lower ROI, but much less work. So you send in 10 of an item. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting sort of debate, really, because I would say, okay, I'm going to do some sums here. So let's let's say you can't, like, let's say you do turn over 60 grand, and each one is like, you're selling it for 25 quid. And it could be more, it's fair enough, but that's like about 2,500 items. Okay, so let's say you're getting, 10 of each item, so that's 240 items you've got to get. So that means you've got to source probably an item every day or two. You've got to find a new item every day or two. Now, are you going out and finding these in shops, local shops? Are you looking online without using a piece of software? Because if you're using a bit of software, every other bloody Amazon online arbitrager is going to be, if you set your search off and it comes back with like, yeah, Robert Dicer got this and you can earn, a 35% ROI on it, you buy it, of course everyone else will buy it, and then they tank the price, and then and of course that number of items doesn't account for the that you'll be buying items that you'll end up making a loss on. So I mean, people do make it work, so I am showing my ignorance. And yes, it's not just arbitrage. Here we go. So it's an interesting one though, but I much prefer buying something for under a tenner and then flipping it on eBay for like over 60, like 600, over 500% ROI, rather than, because I think of how many items I would have to sell on Amazon even at a 40% return on investment to match a 500% ROI. But there we go. Different strokes for different folks. But that's just online arbitrage. Of course, Amazon, I've mainly done used stuff on there. I have done the odd bit of arbitrage, but it ain't easy. It's not easy. Yeah, everybody loves a boot sale. I mean, I get the feeling that there's a good deal of people who will make out that doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage is really easy. If you have software, and software is the enabler to just be able to sit at home and like rake in the money, where in actual fact, what are they trying to do? Are they actually trying to help you get the sales, or are they trying to sell the software? They're trying to sell the software. So but that's just my opinion. Okay, as I thought, I can't find these blooming Shimano shoes. XC60. Oh, they've got a number on them. Oh, there we go. Someone took an offer in the US for what's 60? I might try and sell them for 40 quid. It might be a bit much, actually. Oh no, maybe not. Let's go for $39.99. Yeah, BuyBot Pro. Well, BuyBot Pro, I thought it did. I thought it did find the item. I forget the one I had. It was I had it a couple of years ago. It was the one that everyone used before BuyBot Pro. But there we go. Right, cookery books. I saw that come up and I missed it. So what was that about? Cookery books can be good on Amazon. Yeah, definitely. Andrew's put a message about people ignoring things, and I'll ignore that. Don't get me involved in that. I've been ignoring the chat. That's what I've been doing. So there's Rod's question. Yeah, that's a good idea, Rod. Do a thing about a shop, because I haven't really looked at it. It's so really difficult when people mention things that you haven't even, considered for years. It's like, you might get a question of how do you do your postage, and you think, God, And I remember when I first started reselling, like the whole postage thing seemed like the most important thing, and now it's just sort of something I do. William James bought a GameCube. Now they're quite easily fixed. If it turns on and doesn't read the disc, it's normally just an adjustment on the potentiometer. And yeah, they normally will work. If you don't want to do that, let me know. I'll buy it off you. So Sue got 300 cookery books. Yeah, I think Nick got some cookery books, didn't he? Yeah, I think with online arbitrage, you've got to go big. And yeah, just little old me running around trying to get some good stuff. One thing I did meant to do was pin, and I haven't done it. But I saw Nick's chat yesterday, and he had Kirsten from Kirsten's Curiosities, and of course Z's got his shop, and I was going to pin a link in. I'll change the description of the YouTube so that they're there. But I really feel for people going into this lockdown period who have bricks and mortar, and hopefully they can get through on the online stuff. It was so interesting listening to Kirsten talk yesterday. Tit for tat, I don't know wrestlers' names. No, I'm sorry. I'm not really into my wrestling. Oh, okay, William. Yeah, maybe a bit more technical. Okay, let's get this one on. 40 quid. That's the US listing, so I'm just going to copy the title. Because if you do sell similar, it comes up a little bit strange. Oops, had a buzz on my phone. Aliane, I did do a video on how to print 4 postage labels, and that really helped you out. I remember that's one of my first videos, because I print on I haven't got a Zebra printer or whatever it is. I print on these. And every time I printed on eBay, I didn't know how to do 4. So I was printing that one to spin it around doing that one. And then I'd have to unpeel these 2 and, and then I suddenly realised you can actually do it. It's only by clicking like the individual tick boxes. George Ross is going live. Well, George Ross can wait. Dear, oh dear. He's barging in. Well, George Ross is on. That's fine. So that really helped you out. And I remember you saying it really helped you out. So, yeah. Cool. Question. Is everyone ignoring ad recommended item specifics? Yeah, kind of. But I have done the odd one. So, yeah. I'll be finished in 10 minutes. So I'm just going to get these shoes on. There we go. Create listing. I don't think I've ever said I should get George on for another chat. I don't think he watches my channel, to be honest. He might do. He may watch that and see me say it, and then he'll be mortally offended. Right, EU45. They haven't got the UK size, which is a bit of a pain. But I will look that up later. £45. £40 rather. Yeah, that's a good idea, Aaron. Just to do it in the bulk listing, and go in there and do it. I sometimes do dribs and drabs, and sometimes I'll just go in and do bulk. I think I've got about 60 to look at, and I do need to do it. It might be something I'll do after this, actually. There we go. That is that draft. That's 5 things drafted. I need to take some photos of some things and just sort of like tighten those listings a little bit. I did do some tidying up at the weekend, so that's fairly good yesterday. And like I say, it's I've been a little bit lazy, but hopefully to get back on it. Sue, I'll be panicking if I ran a non-essential shop. Well, I think looking at Z and how he has started, I think he'd be okay because he's got the online presence, and as long as, I mean, when he was first in the shop, I have watched pretty much all of his daily vlogs, and what the shop gave him was structure, and he was in there and he was listing, he's working hard, and and the people coming in the shop was a bonus. It was extra on the top, and it was great, and it was growing, and it seemed to be getting more and more, and word was going round. But as long as he keeps that kind of work ethic of just going, okay, I mean, of course, he could still go to the shop and get on with work. He may rather do it at home, but the important thing is the work, isn't it? And he may not get the sales through the Only Cool Stuff website. That may not be huge, but he can still benefit from that structured work and getting eBay sales. So yeah, thermal printers. I feel like I should have one because everyone raves about them, but I haven't got one. How many people have I got viewing? Has my number of views gone drastically down because everyone's hopped over to George? I don't know if I have the same crowd. Got no idea. George has probably got a much more trendy crowd, but like I always say, it's quality over quantity. Yeah, thermal printers. I've never really got them. I know you can. I mean, I suppose the good thing about them, apparently the labels are free. You can get them from the post office or something, but I'll never really know about that. I have loved these vlogs. It's weird when you've been a reseller for a while, because when I first started watching a lot of YouTube, I've watched loads of Nick and I watched loads of Z, almost everything they ever did, and then other backlogs of things. And then once you're sort of up and running and busy, I watched a bit less of Z. And I didn't always, so many people watching Z and so many people watching Nick. You kind of think, I tended to sort of just dip into newer channels and try and watch them once a week. That's what you say. It always used to be on the Friday for Z and on the Sunday for Nick. But seeing that daily vlog has been great. It's just like 10 minutes. It's been fantastic. So Leanne's got me on the Mac and George on the phone. That's quite funny. So I dip in to see what George is. I've got 5 minutes left. I don't normally do this. Has he come up on my notifications? Yeah, he has. Oh, he's picking. Where did Bamboo Beyond go? It's my George Ross impression. Okay, actually, hi Kirsten, how you doing? I've been talking all about you. Your ears been burning. I should do a stream of eBay impressions, of YouTube impressions. So the millionaire would be. Now that's an old YouTuber. I forget their names. It's two girls from Birmingham, from near Ben Fitzpatrick. But I always said, Happy days. So yeah, I should definitely do a whole stream of YouTube impressions. Where's your impression? Well, I've got this sloth on a bike. How about that? I'd have to sit and practice your voice, Kirsten. You remember the Mini Millionaire girls? I remember the one thing I remember was they used to be big into Lego, and they also used to do Amazon quite a lot. I did loads of Amazon FBA, and that was another one I watched right at the start. And then I think they sold their whole online Lego shop, and then they went traveling, and I was following them on Insta on traveling when they were doing a bit of traveling. Well, I say I thought they were Midlands because I remember they met up with Ben Fitzpatrick once. And went around the charity shops and got some Jellycat plushies and stuff. So yeah, I remember that. But I haven't watched them for years, and yeah, I haven't watched ads for a long time. There's lots of Cora and Helen. That was it. Yeah, Cora and Helen. Yeah, they were good. They were really good, and probably still are. I don't know why I haven't looked at. Perhaps I'll dip into them later. Oh, they're from Leeds. Oh, well, there you go. I don't know. Perhaps they just went down and met up with Ben Fitzpatrick. Everyone goes on about Ben. I think to me is I just wish I know he got he stopped YouTube because he felt like the journey was sort of done and dusted. But I think it would be great just to sort of get I don't know, maybe once a month or once every 3 months, just because he's still reselling, I think. But there you go. It's understandable, I guess, if people don't get the excitement from it anymore. A bit sad for everyone. Last time I saw Ben, he was on George to do with reselling because I am on his other channel. He was on George's channel about a year ago. So yeah, everyone really liked Ben's. I mean, he just picked up some. I spoke to him a couple of times, and I was amazed that he was able to pick up such good stuff. It seemed he was always getting like those Victorian Playmobil sets, and I got one round here, but he just always got them. He's just like constantly getting the good stuff. But there you go. The more you try, the more success you'll have. Okay. Well, I think I need a cup of tea. I'm going to let you all go now. Have a fabulous day, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your time with me. Give it a thumbs up if you would. That would be much appreciated. I'm imagining you're all subscribed. But if you're not, then chuck us a subscribe as well. That would be fantastic. But yeah, have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic week. And like I say, there'll be another video later on because I'm doing the vlog. So you're going to might catch a glimpse of me in Lycra later on my bike. Shell's decided to turn up. It's just typical Shell. Turns up the last 2 minutes. You know, it's not like... Where have you been for the last hour, Shell? Come on. But there you go. I'm not. What's that? Not looking forward to it. Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a fantastic, happy Monday. And tune in for my daily vlogs all this week. They'll be okay-ish. I'll see you later.